Hello everybody and welcome to yet another holiday inspired build for our advent calendar. Today is going to be a bit of a shorter build, a smaller build. Today we are going to decorate Santa's little cabin. We decorated the Santa's workshop for the entrance, but obviously Santa needs a place to live as well for him and Mrs. Claus. And I already had a second character on this island for previous reasons. So I thought, well, my other character can be Santa. He is already in his Santa outfit. I do still have to decorate the interior of this house, but I want to leave that to the very end of this island. But I thought it would be cute to have like a delivery service or a flying service from Santa's cabin to the workshop with Rudolph and the other reindeers, that if they ever come across a toy that isn't fully right, isn't entirely right, that it would be sent back to Santa. And that is where the sign Misfit Toys comes in. I thought it would be just a cute little build. I am switching around some of the items here just to keep in mind the height differences and what would make sense more where. So that is why I switched some things around. And I had the hardest time in this build. Like, honestly, it was such a small build and yet I had so much trouble with it. Because, as you can see here, Whitney is in the way, and she is not the only one, nor the last one that is going to be in my way. And the amount of times I wanted to rage quit this build, to just yeet my Switch out of the window and be done with it for the rest of the day, I can't tell you how many times. And I tried to push her out of the way. I'm surprised that she didn't end up being angry with me with the amount of pushing I did. But oh well. She still likes me, so she's an angel. She's golden. If she didn't end up getting mad at me at this point. So yeah. But I thought it would be cute, as I said, some sort of delivery service, and that is why I thought the illuminated reindeers here would be cute. Initially I wanted them behind Santa's house, so it would look like they were lifting off up in the air, but then the black base of them would be too visible. And just as the same with the illuminated snowflakes and the mannequin, I really disliked the black base and would have hoped there was like a white customization for it so that it would blend in a little bit better with the ground. And here I made a mistake of picking up everything when I just wanted to move that single wheat field, so we'll have to do this all over again. And this is where the second problem comes in. Because the first one wasn't that big of an issue, but then Eric decided to come and annoy me, and I also had the hardest time to get him out of the way. And I was like, at this point, you know what? I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna do something else. And that is the moment when he decided that he was gonna leave again. Like, couldn't you just move a little bit earlier? Like, thank you very much. Anyway, that was the last of our problems, I think. I hope. So, let's get this reindeer back in its place and move on with our build. This is on the very, very left bottom of my island, and in hindsight maybe I could have moved this house to a position that where I would have some more space, because there's still quite a bit of space left that I need to decorate on this island. But in all honesty, I just couldn't be bothered to move this entire house to find a place where it would fit. And I was also worried that, like, if I didn't decorate it now, I probably would forget about it and I would have to squeeze it in somewhere, would have to find a place where I could still fit it in, and then I had to still decorate it. So I was like, okay, no, it's just going to stay here. Yes, it's a small space, it's a tight space, but we're gonna make it work, because otherwise I am going to forget about it, knowing myself. So that is why it's still here. And I was having a little bit of trouble here, because at first I wanted a lighter wheat field there, but I ended up not having one anymore, so I decided to go with two darker ones next to each other. And usually I try to mix them up so that there's a little bit of color variation, but these were the only ones I had left, and I again couldn't be bothered to go to a treasure island at that time. So here we have 3 of the same as well, but I'm honestly not that bothered by it. And then I thought, okay, well, if we're going to have some sort of delivery service, maybe it would be cute to have like a little reindeer barn here. I couldn't think of the word there for a second. A reindeer barn as well, just a little one, just to have a bit of a space filler. So we're just gonna pop some storefronts behind it so it looks at least a little bit three-dimensional. If I can get this one in, of course. Space issues are always the worst when decorating. And then I also thought it would be cute to have the Toy Day sleigh here, you know, again, because it's a delivery service. And here comes the next problem of this build, because I had 3 street lamps with banners, and I have 3 variations of these, and it was the very last one that I needed, of course. That's always how it goes. And I kinda ended up regretting not having the street lamp where I just placed it, because it kinda looked good there anyway. And this was a nice little mistake, because this reminded me of the fact that I had scattered papers in my pocket, and we're gonna place those in a second after I get this street lamp in the position that I want it in. And yes, this is where we're going to place the scattered papers. There we go. Some lost letters to Santa. And I also thought it would be cute to have another South Pole in here, and I'm just trying to figure out what a good placement for it would be. And I decided that it would be cute here, just right behind the sign. And of course Santa needs a few little helpers, so I put in a few garden gnomes as well. And here I'm just quickly looking through my pockets to see what I have, and I spotted a baby bear that I wanted to include in this build, so we're just gonna quickly pop that in. And I also had this festive tree that I thought it would be cute to have in here, so I'm placing that here. And I also wanted to put in this gift pile here to maybe represent a present that still needs to be shipped out to all of the children, the ones that are on the good list at least. And now I'm just going in with some foliage. I'm also going to extend this build out behind the house. You will see that in a second. First I'm just gonna see which spots here can be filled in. But what are all of your plans with Christmas? Are you someone who celebrates it big with a lot of presents? Or are you someone who doesn't celebrate it as much? I don't really celebrate it, really. I do have some Christmas plans tomorrow. And I also have Christmas plans with the family on Christmas itself. We're going to a high tea, which I'm really excited for. But what are your plans? I wish, as said in earlier videos, I wish Christmas was more of a thing here in the Netherlands, or at least in my household, but it's not. And if you pay attention in this video, you may also see 1, 2, maybe even more presents for the present hunt once this island is done. And now I'm working on this border, and I'm gonna try to block this off as best to my abilities. Obviously you're gonna be able to walk onto the beach a little bit because of the build that I did here, but I don't have the intention to decorate the beaches on this island. So it's just gonna be a blank beach that you can walk on. And this is the area I was talking about. This is what we're gonna extend it to. I don't have any plans for my peninsula yet, so if you have any ideas what I could do on my peninsula, I do have a rather small peninsula, so I can't really do much on mine. But if you have any like small Christmas builds that could fit onto my peninsula, let me know. Because I honestly don't know what to do with mine, and I might just chuck down a bunch of trees and call it a day, honestly. Because I think that's all I have room for on my peninsula. And I'm also gonna drop some ornaments, because I think they're cute. And I should have grabbed some more different flowers earlier when doing this build, but I was a little bit lazy when doing this. So it's just a whole bunch of weeds, glowing moss, and bushes because I couldn't be bothered to fill it up any other way. I am going to put some glowing moss glowing moss stools in there somewhere, but you'll see that in the end result. for right now, it's just bushes and weeds. And another present. Alright, I'm gonna challenge you to let me know down in the comments how many you have counted so far at the end of all of these builds. So, including this build, how many presents have you counted so far on this island? I'm also going to put in some fencing here. I don't have any particular reason, just because I thought it was cute. I was really surprised with the fact that I couldn't put things closer to the castle walls, but that's just how the items are designed. And oh, this is the end result already. Thank you for watching yet another video, and be sure to hit the like, subscribe and the notification bell, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.